Recently, Chicagoans dropped off household hazardous material for proper disposal at the Environmental Resource Event at US Cellular Field. Residents were also able to purchase compost bins and rain barrels on site. A second environmental collection day will take place May 9th at DeVry University on the north side. Mayor Daley stopped by US Cellular Field and urged all Chicagoans to do their part to help the environment.
We're all concerned about the environment, and the thing that really I want to do in Chicago, make it the most environmentally friendly city in the world, and to basically take on challenges. And the challenges today is everything that we buy. The challenge is, what do we do with it at the end product? What do we do with the can, the bottles, the plastic? What do we do with everything that we have? The lawnmowers, the paint, all those things that go involved. It basically, when they're thrown it in dump sites all over America, it's ruining our soil, it's ruining the environment. And this is just an effort to really, again, educate people that everybody has a responsibility. Everybody in a home has a responsibility to do their part. And we have to lead by example in the city of Chicago. Anytime we start a program, we're talking about the lawnmowers. Should we outlaw lawnmowers because of the environmental hazard? But if the city hasn't done it, in the park district or the state or the county, why should we be telling everybody else to do it when we don't do it? And so I really believe that the city has to lead by example. We have to do things. Purchasing power has to buy environmentally sensitive products. So if we're doing purchasing and we start doing that, that helps those companies to exist. They just can't exist in a vacuum with a few sales per day, per week, or per month. And so whether it's the purchasing department, whether it's any type of directive that we're going to have, I really believe the city has to follow what we do first and then tell the citizens to follow. And I really believe in that, because otherwise we keep going around in circles in regards to telling everybody else what to do. And whether the federal and the state and the county and the city, when they don't do it, then you say, why are we doing it? And to me, that's all about leadership. And I want to thank Karen, Department of Environment, by leading by example. We work with the Chicago Park District. We work with the city colleges. We work with all the different agencies in the city of Chicago, from the Department of Aviation, all of them, Chicago Police, Fire Department. Then we work with the Chicago Public Schools. And the interesting thing is about getting the public schools environmental days, not just one day a year or 1 week a year. It should be every day in the public schools. That every student there should be recycling. Every student should be concerned about the environment within the school and outside the school. And again, leading by example. And we have new conservation clubs in more and more of our schools, our high schools, elementary schools. Get them involved in regards to their own surrounding, not only in the school but in their homes. And to me, that's what these issues are all about. And last year, the Department of Environment served more than 7,000 households and helped to discard or recycle an estimated 106 tons of hazardous material and, of course, unwanted electronic items. And that is, from my viewpoint, extremely important what we're doing here. We hope to constantly redouble that. As we approach Earth Day, and the city of Chicago will focus on building awareness of the Chicago Climate Action Plan by instituting a $800 savings challenge. The challenge is a simple, low or no cost way that highlights the everyday actions of Chicagoans can take to reduce greenhouse gases and emissions in their daily lives. Our goal is to have 50,000 people take the challenge by the year end. The Saving Challenge will take place on Earth Day, Wednesday, April 22nd, from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. at City Hall, Merchandise Mart, and the Harold Washington Library. By incorporating environmentally friendly practices into everyday life, you can not only improve your quality of life, but also save money, and that is the issue. It's easy to take our resources for granted, but it's encouraging to see so many young people here today, and I hope you take advantage of this. We want to try with the help of Doug Scott and others to really have more of these events. But eventually what we're going to try to do is incorporate in every business. They have the responsibility for selling these products to us. And that is the key. They have to say every time you purchase something, what effect is it having on the environment? I really believe that. It's like a disclosure. They disclose everything else. We think they should disclose that anything you buy for your home or for your family, they should be disclosed on it what environmental hazards it has, or what does it take, what effect when you throw it out in the garbage, what effect does it have in regards to that. And of course, all types of recycling is really very, very important in this day and age. Our program is expanding. We're doing we're about 70% now in the city in regards to recycling. But one thing we found out, you have to educate the public and be very frank what you should recycle. It's just some neighborhoods, you go down a whole block, you pick up nothing. I mean, it gets very depressing. But we have to keep educating. We have to come up with a much better program going into the homes on weekends or during the week and saying you have not recycled in 6 months. Just think, anything coming out of your home. I think it really requires more and more education of all of our citizens, because otherwise, if you don't recycle, you're going to pay more taxes. And taxes for basically landfills, trucking, all that goes involved in regards to landfills. And we have to end landfills in this country. We should do that as quickly as possible. So I'm just here to thank all of you for being here this morning and all those that are participating in the wonderful program. Thank you.